In the early 1940s, the United States found itself thrust into the chaos of World War II. The men went off to fight on the front lines, leaving a void in the workforce that demanded an unprecedented solution. This is the story of how the nation turned to its women, convincing them to join the industrial workforce in a movement that would reshape societal norms and lay the groundwork for a new era of female empowerment. The outbreak of World War II marked a turning point for the United States. The need for military supplies and equipment skyrocketed, and the existing workforce couldn't keep up. Factories were desperate for labor, but with the majority of men now serving overseas, the solution lay in tapping into an often overlooked resource, the women. The government, facing the challenge of maintaining production levels, recognized the untapped potential of the female workforce. It became clear that the nation needed a radical shift in mindset, one that would redefine the role of women in society and the workplace. The government launched an extensive propaganda campaign to convince women that their patriotic duty was not just limited to supporting the troops from home but also contributing directly to the war effort. Posters featuring the iconic figure of Rosie the Riveter adorned factories and billboards, portraying women as strong, capable, and crucial to the success of the nation. Rosie became more than just an image; she became a symbol of empowerment and a call to action. Her image was a testament to the strength and resilience required not only on the battlefield but on the home front as well. Convincing women to enter the workforce came with its own set of challenges. Traditional gender roles had long confined women to domestic spheres, and many faced societal pressure to stay at home. However, economic realities often pushed families to reconsider, and the promise of independence and a paycheck became powerful incentives. The government worked with industries to create campaigns emphasizing the financial benefits and the temporary nature of these positions. Women were assured that their roles were vital for the duration of the war, and they would be helping to bring their loved ones back sooner. Government initiatives like the Women's Army Corps (WWII), Women Accepted for Volunteer Emergency Service (WAVES), and the Women Air Force Service Pilots (WASP) showcased the range of opportunities available. Women were no longer confined to clerical or support roles; they were breaking into traditionally male-dominated professions. As women entered the workforce, they found themselves breaking down barriers in unprecedented ways. The once male-dominated industrial landscape now welcomed women into roles ranging from riveters and welders to engineers and draftswomen. This influx of female labor challenged preconceived notions about gender and capabilities. The media played a crucial role in portraying these women as heroines, highlighting their achievements and contributions. Magazines, newspapers, and newsreels showcased the stories of women excelling in roles previously reserved for men, inspiring others to step outside traditional boundaries. The transition was not without its difficulties. Women faced discrimination, unequal pay, and skepticism about their abilities. Yet, they persevered. The formation of the Women's Army Corps (WWII), Women Accepted for Volunteer Emergency Service (WAVES), and the Women Air Force Service Pilots (WASP) demonstrated that women could excel not only in civilian jobs but also in uniform. The success of women in the workforce during the war laid the foundation for the feminist movement of the 1960s and 1970s. It challenged the status quo, proving that women were not just capable of handling traditionally male jobs but excelling in them. As the war progressed, the landscape of employment underwent a profound transformation. Women were no longer limited to temporary wartime roles; they had become an integral part of the workforce. The demand for skilled labor persisted, and women found new opportunities in industries that were previously off-limits. The post-war years saw a gradual return to traditional gender roles, but the seeds of change had been planted. The women who had entered the workforce during Rosie's America had shattered stereotypes and ignited a cultural shift. The struggles faced by women in the workplace during and after the war laid the groundwork for future advancements in gender equality. The experience of earning their own wages and contributing to the household income had a profound and lasting impact on women's expectations and aspirations. As World War II drew to a close, the men returned home and the demand for female labor decreased. However, the impact of this era was enduring. The women who had entered the workforce during Rosie's America had shattered stereotypes and ignited a cultural shift. The legacy of Rosie's America lives on in the ongoing struggle for gender equality. The women who stepped into the breach during the war became trailblazers, paving the way for future generations to fight for their rights, both in the workplace and beyond. The lessons learned during this pivotal period in history continue to inspire movements advocating for equality, diversity, and inclusion. Rosie's America was more than a wartime necessity, it was a catalyst for societal change that reverberates through the decades. As we conclude this odyssey through the world of Rosie's America, we invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. What aspects of this transformative era resonate with you? Stay engaged, stay curious, and until next time, take care as we continue navigating the frontiers of history together.